All right, this is the second attempt of this week's episode. I came in the first attempt, I just deleted it. I came in too fucking hot, too aggressive. I had too much confidence. I've sold a bunch of candles in the last 2 weeks. I've sold over 60 candles, so I'm coming in unprepared. And then I'm 5 minutes in, I'm like, this thing sucks. I would hate to be live promo cuts, like if you're in the WWE and you're doing a live promo cut and it fucking sucks. Basically, that's what happened. Whatever I was recording right before this, I was talking about Jews, I was talking about my hernia, I was talking about being ugly. I didn't prepare well enough, and there was no funny. So we're back for the second edition. I didn't even have to tell you that I did that, but I'm a truth sayer. That's what I love, man. Some guys, they'll come up to me after comedy. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I'm funny. I think I'm a psychopath. I know I'm like somewhat mentally ill. If I told you everything, this would be taken down. This would be taken down. It's nothing like criminal, but I just know my mind's not right. I like my brother, my half brother, schizophrenic. And I know I have that gene in me. I've smoked high. I've smoked weed and gone too high. I've smoked high. I've smoked high. I have smoked high, but I've smoked weed and I got way too fucking high. And my mind's not in the right place. That's why I don't want to touch psychedelics. Dude, I don't touch psychedelics because I've done it once, and man, there was a moment in that psychedelic darkness that was scary. On mushrooms, on 1 gram of mushrooms, I looked at someone and I saw fucking Medusa. I saw the snakes coming out of that bitch's head, and I had to go inside of the cabin. I'm like, yo, who the fuck wants a bad trip? You can tell me all you want about DHT or DMT. DHT is what make you lose your hair. DMT, or you can tell me you get shot into the death, man. But dude, maybe it's one of those things they talk about when men have heart attacks and survive. They have a heart attack and then they become more emotional afterwards. And maybe that's what like the DMT trip is that you see what death is and your perspective changes. Okay, that's it. I'm fucking doing DMT. Maybe that's what it is. Because sometimes I'll watch shit and I'm watching documentaries. I watched that documentary. If you're ever into people who travel and documenting travel, there's a channel called Bald and the Bankrupt, and there's this dude. He goes all over the world. He's a fucking badass, and it's a bald dude who goes to different countries. He speaks all these different languages. He's brilliant, and it's fun, and it's enjoyable, and you get this personal connection. Like, I know the fucking guy. I watch these shows and I DM the dude afterwards. I'm like, yo, I fucking know you. Just from like a 30-minute show. But I respect what he does. Like one of the videos he did was going from Venezuela to America, and he documents the caminantes, they call walkers in Spanish. And dude, I fucking struggle with the fact that I'm in my 40s and I'm not famous in comedy, and I know I put out a decent product. Is it great? I don't fucking know. But I know I go up in front of people all the time that are strangers and they're laughing. So it's decent. Can you compare it to the greats? I don't know. I don't think about that shit. I would love people say, yo, JJ Lieberman's a really funny motherfucker. And in that regard, that would be sweet. But I'm not like looking at Louis or looking at Shane and thinking, I'm as good. I would never do that. That's fucking crazy. But to strive for that is what I would love to do. I'd love to strive for this. And I hope my face is not cut off right now as I'm getting so real. As I'm like getting so intimate and real with my emotions. But yeah, so my point is, like, I watch this guy doing his show, and there I am on the couch. I'm with my dogs. It hasn't been easy, but I also have come to terms with this is how it is. Like, I'm 43 years old. If it hasn't gotten easy by now, it's never gonna be easy. So might as well just embrace the struggles of life. There's so many days, so many fucking days in the course of a year where I'm down to like 80 cents or I don't have money. But I have food, I have shelter, and I have my dogs, and it's good. But it is a struggle. And that's how it is. And that's fine with me. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the struggle. I actually like the struggle. I think if the struggle's not there, I'm doing fentanyl. Right? You know what I'm saying? Where it's just too easy. Or maybe it gets too depressing that you have to do fentanyl to like ease the pain. But I have accepted that there is some level of pain and it can get worse. Like even when it's cooking, even if I have over $1,000 in my checking account, which is not a lot, but to me, $1,000, it's good. But I also know keep the fucking head on the swivel. I use that expression a lot. But keep the head on the swivel because it's going to zero. It's going to zero. So I watch this guy's documentaries about traveling like from Venezuela, and he obviously has money, but he's documenting it. And you see the crazy shit that they have to do to get to America, to get to the better life. I have a bit about it, to get to the better life, to wash, some of these people are moving to America to wash my fucking nuts, or an old man's nuts, like an enjoyment, like they just watch, that's why the best nurses are people that come from third world countries. They're like, oh, I'd be honored for a real paycheck to clean an old man's balls. I think about that. So I'm watching one of these episodes, and one of it, they take this train called the Beast, and whatever the Spanish term in it, La Vista. And I don't know if that's a Spanish term, but they take it from in Mexico City to get to the border. And it's everyone on top of this fucking train, this commercial, what is it? I don't know what trains those are called. Like the coal trains, it's not delivering coal, but it's not a passenger train, commercial train, whatever it's called. And there's hundreds of migrants on this train coming to America just to better their lives. Some coming to New York City to live at the Roosevelt Hotel and fucking create crime. But I'm not going to get into that because I'm not a fucking xenophobic. But you see the reel of that. And there's like kids. They strap their kids to the train. It's freezing in the middle of the night. And like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, my life is so fucking good. Mind you, I have to watch shit like that every day to realize that my life is good. Because sometimes I'm watching that shit. And I watch it on a Monday. And then Monday I feel like, oh my God, I'm so empathetic. Then Tuesday, I have a fucking bill or someone owes me money. I'm like, pay me my money, you fucking cunt. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, it's amazing. It really is the content someone creates. You're like, yo, that guy deserves the millions of views. And here I am just talking shit into a phone that probably has my head cut off right now and the production value is 0. But I've dimmed the fucking main light in my living room. I've dimmed the main light. And that's it, too. Like, just coming to terms with not being No, I feel I'm successful. I'm not famous. You're trapped as a comedian in this world. You're trapped in this world where you see people's videos are going viral. And I break even on most weekends, even with the candles, between the dogs, the flights, the Ubers, the food. And there are decisions I can make. Hey, maybe I shouldn't eat out like I do. Maybe I should be more responsible how I spend money. Maybe I should just chop a pineapple myself instead of spending $4 from the bodega. But then I'm like, well, then all the other things that I do, which I work my ass off, that's so I could go buy the dinners every night when I'm out doing comedy. I'm fucking grinding. I don't want to have to fuck another thing to prep. So, I don't know. There is a payoff, but it's good. It's really good. I really appreciate, even though there's like 30 to 50 people that watch us every week, I fucking appreciate that. I appreciate that. There could be 0. There could be fucking nobody watching this. I used to play poker online during the pandemic. And everyone would tell me, you're such an entertaining character. So why don't you stream poker? And poker used to give me these heart palpitations, man. I would get so stressed. Even though I had money like I never had before. You go on a downswing. You don't win for a few weeks. You don't win for 3-4 weeks. You're in the hole $10,000. So I'd get tightness in my chest. And I'd be streaming. And when I first started streaming on Twitch, I'd be streaming, I'd have the 6 tables up, and the counter would be 0 viewers. and I'd be like in for 20 minutes talking. I'm like, I'm fucking talking to myself. Like, I'm doing this now, but I know that I'll put it out there. And even though the watch time might be only 4 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes, some people might click on this and click off it. I know there's at least 10 people that are watching the whole way through. You fucking DM me, you comment me, and that's worth it. But dude, there are people out there, you go to their Twitter, and they just tweet every day. Some chick I titty fucked once. She had great big fat tits. She was such an evil pig. I like that about her. But then after I titty fucked her, she would message me and she's like, let's go on a date. And she was kind of controlled, like you can't control me, but you can get in these hell relationships. Like if you can suss out the hellness before you get into it, don't get into it. Sometimes people are manipulating and you don't sense, they can play the character, right? Like that Tinder swindler, they can play the character, but I still give those guys credit. But this chick, I could tell how the batshit crazy a mile away. Any chick that's letting me come over and tip fuck them, and when I show up to their place, their birth control pills are out there, I'm like, yo, you fucking crazy. And that's how I tell, that's why I used to get off. I love people, like when I'm about to hook up with someone, and they tell me that I can bust inside of them. And as soon as they tell me that, like a random hookup, I block them. I fucking block them. I nut, I block them, and I move on. I'm not gonna go down that fucking hole where I have to have sex again and then like worry for 6 months if I got some disease. I didn't get diseases from the gays. I sure as hell won't be getting no fucking disease from a woman. I sure as hell won't be getting no fucking disease from a woman. But yeah, all I think, man, is at the end of the day, like, I never want to do those wrap-ups like, it's good, but it is good. It is good. It's not easy. I got a fucking check right here from a comedy club. $100 bounced. And then I call him and I call him and I call him. It's like, it's hard not to get mad. I'm like, yo, that $100 right now is 18% of my net worth. I need that $100 to buy more candles to sell at a $7 profit. Even the candle guy trying to swindle me. He's like, yo, they cost me $8 each. You can sell them for $15. That's a good profit. What do you think, I'm fucking new? No, you buy something for $1, selling it for $12. That's a good profit. That's why people buy shit from China and not America anymore. Don't piss in my ear and tell me it's Tuesday. Anyways, that was a line that Andy Sipowicz used from NYPD Blue. Or he said, don't piss in my ear and tell me it's raining. That's a common phrase. The reason I changed it to Tuesday was to fuck it up. But anyhow, we're back home. We're feeling under the weather yesterday. Popping some pills. Taking a lot of electrolytes. And Bub's Naturals. Fucking amazing electrolytes. I can't get a brand deal from them. But hey, might as well shout them out. It's not all about money. Let you know about good quality product. Bub Natural. The hydration packs are phenomenal. They use like coconut water for their sugar. It's great. But anyways, all I want to say is I appreciate the fuck everyone who watches this shit, even if it's for a minute. Even if you hate that. Some dude comes on my thing and shits on my shorts and says, look at your fucking gap teeth. Good. It's character, cocksucker. As a great Joey Diaz says. But yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'll live in a world where half the people hate me. That's good. At least as long as there's the few that really love you, that's all you need to start the cult. David Koresh, only 20 people. There's only 20 people living in the compound. So, anyways, by the way, let me just put this out there. If this somehow gets out and I get in trouble for that last statement, it was a fucking joke. Yes, it would be great to live in a compound where a bunch of people worship me and I get to fuck their wives and fuck them. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to sell out shows, 100 people to 200 people, do an hour and release it every 2 years. That's it. So I'm not looking to start a branch of Davidians or a cult like that. It would be nice, but that's not the goal. Anyways, have a great week, boys and girls. Much better than the first one. The first one fucking sucked. Have a great week, guys.